How in schools?
Schools train people to be ignorant with style. They give you the equipment that you need to be a functional ignoramus. American schools do not equip you to deal with things like logic. They don't give you the criteria by which to judge between good and bad in any medium or format. And they prepare you to be a usable victim for a military-industrial complex that needs manpower. As long as you're just smart enough to do a job and just dumb enough to swallow what they feed you, you're going to be all right. But if you go beyond that, you're going to have these grave doubts that give you stomach problems, headaches, make you want to go out and do something else. So I believe that schools mechanically and very specifically try and breed out any hint of creative thought in the kids that are coming up.
Ja, goedenavond, goedenacht. Het is nu 19 over 12. Ja, 4 maart. Mijn moeder is jarig. Ja, ik ga live om 20 minuten over 12. Wel een beetje raar, want ik denk dat er geen één denkt te gaan kijken. Ik zie 1 kijker, maar ja, ik doe het niet voor de kijkers. Maar ja, er gaat straks wat te gebeuren met het Starship. We krijgen Flight 8. En daardoor ja, gaan we wat nieuwe beelden zien van de Starship. En ja, ik denk ik ga gewoon live. Ik ben al een tijd niet live geweest. En al die serieuze dingen, die heb ik maar even links gelaten. Misschien niet goed, misschien wel goed. Ja, Elon Musk is behoorlijk door de modder gehaald door een zogenaamde Hitlergroet. Ik vind het wel mooi dat ik vertrouw ook niet niemand eigenlijk. Ik vind het wel leuk wat hij doet. Ik heb geen wantrouwen naar Elon Musk, maar ik weet wel, en dat weet hij zelf ook, dat in de toekomst met AI er zijn gewoon gevaren. Maar uiteindelijk kunnen we toch geen kant op. Ja, ik vind het wel mooi dat hij dan bij Joe Rogan vorige week geweest is. En dan een interview gehad heeft met Joe Rogan van 1 uur of 3 of zo. Waar hij het ook over voor allerlei dingen heeft. Ook over die Hitlergroep bijvoorbeeld. Ja, wat moet ik nog meer zeggen? Ik probeer zelf gelukkig te zijn en al dat gelul. Kijk, hier zien we bijvoorbeeld dat een paar imitatiesatellieten in de Starship gaan. En die gaan, als het goed is, want dat wilden ze bij de vorige vlucht al doen, wilden ze die in de ruimte loslaten. Een stuk of 9 of 10. En er zit ook een camera op. Dus dat is het waar deze missie mooi of bijzonder wordt. Want daar zit ook een camera op. En dan kunnen we dus live beelden zien van de Starship in de ruimte. Vanaf een beeld, ja, nou ja, goed. De beelden zijn de laatste tijd wel heel bijzonder van Starship. Dus ja, ik hoop dat er mooie beelden komen. Ik hoop dat het allemaal doorgaat. Dus daarom ga ik live. En ik denk, ja, ik ga toch kijken. Dus ja, waarom niet live? Ja. Nou, dat moeten we dus gaan zien. Wat je nu ziet. En er zit er ook op 1 satelliet zit er dan een camera die dus dan weer beelden van de Starship gaat maken. Ja, nou ja, dat zijn dan de eerste beelden van Starship in de ruimte van een afstand. Ik ben wel benieuwd. Ja. Dat dus. Ze gaan over 23 minuten gaan ze de lucht in. Ja. Dit zijn dus de motoren. Ik heb toevallig ook een shirt aan van de Raptor 3. Ja, dit is de Raptor 3. Dit is de nieuwste ontwikkeling. Ik vond het een mooi shirt. De nieuwste Raptor motor en Ze hebben het nu over de 314, geloof ik. Dat zal een gebruikte motor zijn of zo. Maar de Raptor 3, dat is de doorontwikkelde motor, heeft nog meer power. En ziet er gewoon gelikt uit. En is echt wel een power monster. En ja, waarschijnlijk wordt dat de motor waardoor we naar de ruimte gaan. Ik zal even overschakelen naar SpaceX. Ik heb 2 verschillende kanalen waar we op kunnen kijken. Ik heb er ook eentje met Felix van What About It. Ik zit ook bij Everyday Astronaut te kijken. Daar hebben we ook beelden. Die is ook live. Wat hebben we nog meer? Ja, en dan hebben we ook nog het live kanaal. Dit is NSF van SpaceX. Maar ze zijn allemaal niet... ik zag wel dat Felix het snelste kanaal is. En dus eigenlijk net iets voorloopt. Dat is ook wel leuk. Dat er één kanaal weer iets sneller, iets eerder is. Dus je wil toch het snelst, het eerst. Dus we gaan denk ik bij Felix even meekijken. Ja, dat dus. Ja, dat was dus even het intro. En dan gaan we nu even beginnen.
US 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. SC2, please prepare for section 35. OSC, SC1, and LBN.
Plus 30 seconds, Starship 10 has liftoff. It's headed to 10 kilometers.
Terug. En we gaan nu eventjes live het geluid er ook even bij.
Good for a launch today. With that though, let's jump over. Let's check back in with Jesse real quick and all of our teams out at Hawthorne.
Thanks, Dan and Kate, and great to hear the updates with the vehicle as we prepare for liftoff. There is a lot more people here, as expected. Love it. All the Raptor engines are built here, so there's a lot of that team here in the crowd, so they have a strong connection to the Starship flight today. Every flight test gets us closer to a fully operational Starship, which gets us closer to our ultimate goal to make humanity a multiplanetary species. To establish cities on Mars, we're going to need high-cadence, low-cost flights for cargo and crew. As the only fully reusable rocket with this kind of capability, Starship is the only vehicle in development that will be able to unlock our multi-planet future. Starship uses a first-of-its-kind on-orbit propellant transfer to refuel in orbit in preparation for these long trips. With milestones like ship catch and in-orbit prop transfer coming up, 2025 promises to be huge for Starship and our journey to Mars, with our first trip currently planned for the end of 2026. Between the reusability, low cost, and heavy lift capabilities, this all comes together to help us deliver up to 100 people at a time to destinations both near and far, and to deliver payloads farther and at a lower cost than any other vehicle. We'll be able to launch more massive payloads than anything else flying or in development today, capable of sending things like giant space telescopes or the next generations of space stations into orbit on a single launch. So while today's flight is just a test, the future is much closer than we realize. But one flight test at a time. So let's head back to Dan and Kate for a closer look at Starship.
Thanks, Jesse. Starship features two major parts. The ship, which has 6 Raptor engines, and the Super Heavy booster, which has 33 Raptor engines. The Raptor engine is a reusable methane oxygen station. Now, moving up the rocket, the ship features 6 Raptor engines. 3 optimized for sea level performance and 3 optimized for vacuum performance. Raptor Vacuum, or RVAC, is a similar design to the Raptor engine, but features a larger exhaust section and a larger expansion nozzle to maximize the engine's efficiency in space. Our upgraded ship that we're debuting today carries about 300 more tons of propellant than the last flight's ship, bumping it up from 1,200 metric tons to about 1,500 metric tons. It's a lot. The ship is designed for vertical takeoff and landing on any hard surface. Now, the ship is also outfitted with newly redesigned forward flaps that are used to aerodynamically control the vehicle's attitude during atmospheric flight and enable a precision landing. The new flaps are lighter and positioned more leeward or away from the heat shield.
Now, to reach full reusability, the ship has to be able to survive re-entry not just one time, but multiple times. The ship's heat shield is essentially what does the job for that. We've been iterating on that every single flight, building towards that heat shield that requires no refurbishment between flights. Now, the heat shield is composed of thousands of hexagonal ceramic tiles. They're designed to insulate the vehicle during that atmospheric entry where temperatures ramp up to as high as about 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. A rapidly reusable heat shield has never been flown in history, so continuously improving this, flying new experiments, those are all key focuses of all of our flight tests right now.
And between the first and second stages is our hot stage, which we saw in action in flights 2 through 7. The hot staging maneuver is when the upper stage engines are ignited before the booster engines, before those booster engines are completely cut off. With hot staging, the rocket never stops accelerating during separation, so it's more efficient than traditional stage separation. One of the hallmarks of Starship flights are the incredible views that we get throughout flight, of course, courtesy of Starlink. Every day, we're working to expand the Starlink network both on Earth and in space. Here's Jesse with more.
Fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables us to bring you lots of unprecedented views, both from space and here on Earth. In addition to the dozens of cameras on Starship itself, we also have mobile Starlink camera kits deployed in the Indian Ocean, connected to our aerial assets and all around Starbase, which all come together to help tell the incredible story of Starship, both on and off planet. Thanks to Starlink, Starship is capable of streaming more than 120 megabits of real-time, high-definition video and telemetry.
Ja. Allemaal heel interessante informatie. Het gaat nog wel even duren, 13 minuten. Ik heb nog een video van Elon Musk en Joe Rogan. Eens even kijken of we die eventjes aan kunnen zetten. Dan zetten we deze weer uit, zo. Over wat hij zelf zegt over...
Weird. First of all, what is it like to buy a company for $44 billion and then people call you a Nazi on that same thing that you bought?
I did not see it coming. It's classic. People will go almost anything down.
Yeah. Oh, he's never gonna stop.
Wait, what?
What is it like? Like all this, people used to. The left was in love with you.
Yeah.
And now the same idiots are calling you a Nazi. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
there's so many examples of people saying my heart goes out to you. You did it with a little enthusiasm that probably wouldn't be recommended with hindsight.
Yes, but I was obviously meant in the most positive spirit possible.
Yes,
yeah,
obviously. But it's so strange where people want to think that you are openly publicly doing secret Nazi Sieg Heil hand motions.
And now I can never point at things diagonally. I can only point at things there and there, and then so you have to divide that.
Yeah.
Because that's where the spaceship is, over there. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When CNN, when I was in
It's
all
like
my trouble,
absurd.
every time CNN used a photo of me, it was one of the photos from the UFC weigh-ins, where I go like this, welcome to the weigh-ins. So every photo is me. Every photo is me with.
It's absurd.
It's so crazy.
Well, it's deliberate propaganda.
Yes.
So that they know it was not. It was obviously not meant in a negative way. That I literally said my heart goes out to you, and it was very positive. The entire speech was very positive. I was being very enthusiastic about the future in space, and it was a great crowd. So
yeah, you got a little pumped up.
Yeah, it got pumped up, exactly.
Yeah, that's all it is. Obviously. There's video of Tim Walsh doing the exact same thing. Right. Exact same thing. And he said, of course, it's a Nazi salute. He said that.
Right.
This is how crazy things have gotten. Like,
well, it's coordinated propaganda. So it's coordinated propaganda. Doesn't it seem weird that the legacy media all says the same thing? They all say the same thing at the same time, using the same phrases. They don't even bother picking up a thesaurus.
Right.
So, like right before, the debate between Biden and
sharp as a
Trump.
tack.
Everyone was saying sharp as a tack. Like, who says sharp as a tack? But
yeah, exactly.
It's not a common phrase.
It's definitely not common to be repeated on air with multiple people simultaneously. Yes. That's weird.
Yes.
That's coordinated.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of people saying it simultaneously. They just got their instructions.
Yeah.
So, essentially the Dem leadership or, political leadership, they issue their instructions and their puppets carry it out.
Yeah.
And they're just like puppets in a puppet show.
And that's the problem that I see.
Ja, dat is dus een beetje waar hij dus zelf een antwoord erop geeft. Bij Joe Rogan. Je kan trouwens de hele video zien. Het duurt 3 uur. Heel gesprek over AI en allerlei dingen. Ik heb het nog niet eens helemaal zelf gezien. Ik zag alleen dit stukje. Ik denk, ik ga het even delen. We gaan weer terug naar andere beelden.
More than 120,000 text messages have been sent, allowing those in impacted areas to reach loved ones, text 911, or receive emergency alerts. I've never been prouder to be an employee at SpaceX for moments like that around us. Make sure to follow @Starlink on X for updates as we continue to work with local response teams, and check out starlink.com/LA wildfires for more information on these efforts. But back to today's flight test. One of our objectives is to return the booster to the launch site, where it will be caught by the tower, as we did during the 5th and 7th flight test. So let's head back to Dan and Kate for a catch primer.
Thanks, Jesse. We are now T-minus 8 minutes and 40 seconds until liftoff. Flight controllers on console there in the building just behind Dan and I. You can actually see the rocket in the distance at the pad 6 miles away. Our excitement is growing. I already am not sure if I'm going to be able to remain coherent after witnessing this, so looking forward to it.
You'll be all right.
Zeer interessant. 8 minuten op de klok. Hoe gaan we die tijd volgooien? Even 8 minuten wachten. Zo voorbij. Je ziet dat hij wel aardig gevuld is. Al dat witte, dat is allemaal ijskoude vulling. Methaangas en vloeibare zuurstof.
Now, in a nominal operational scenario following liftoff and after the 2 stages separate in flight, Super Heavy will return to the launch site, reignite its engines to slow.
Ik vond het ook wel interessant dat ze de booster, toen die terugkwam, net een brandende sigaret vonden die terug naar wat je hier dus ziet. Dat is net een brandende sigaret. Opgevangen in zijn armen. Goed. Ik ga er zelf niet te veel doorheen dolen.
The Super Heavy booster will divert to an offshore trajectory, and it'll go out into a landing burn in a soft splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico.
Now, we have said it before, but it remains true today. We accept no compromises when it comes to ensuring the safety of the public and our team, and that return will only take place if the conditions are right.
And one of the unique aspects of Starship flights is the return and the catch of that Super Heavy booster and the audible sonic boom that it comes with it in the area around the return location. General impact to anyone in the area is just a brief thunder-like noise, but it definitely lets you know it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's something our neighbors in Cape Canaveral, Florida and Vandenberg, California have become accustomed to over the years, and now we're bringing the boom to Boca. So here's a peek of what to expect.
As I mentioned earlier, we have Starship, Raptor, and Starlink employees here fully invested in this flight test. And of course, many other SpaceX employees also here across our site supporting their teammates. Every flight test has been pretty unique, and we're all very excited for another round of firsts, but I'm pretty sure the crowd is looking forward to potentially watching those chopsticks catch another booster. So let's see how excited they are today. Just under 5 minutes to go. We are all very excited here. We're going to send it back to you at Starbase for the final minutes of the countdown. Kate and Dan.
All right, thank you, Jesse. So if you just tuned in under 5 minutes ago, you picked the right time to do it. Just a quick status check. So we're almost fully loaded on the booster. We'll be fully loaded on the ship, fully loaded on the booster coming up soon. Our range team just reported that we're looking go in the range. That's super important.
Great
Our
news.
security guys, Mike, Kyle, Nick, the whole team out there in the elements, making sure everything's clear, doing a fantastic job.
Microfoon start staat, dus
and we are coming up on 4
meer in
minutes.
de
Looking good for
microfoon
launch.
begrijp ik.
Yeah, certainly exciting.
Is een probleempje wat ik ook probeer op te lossen,
we
helaas.
do have an opportunity to hold at T-minus 40 seconds if necessary.
Ik moet het andere geluid ook iets terugdraaien als ik spreek en dan komt het wel goed.
Need to repressurize some tanks, or if there's a wayward vessel in the range last minute, opportunity to clear it out. But everything currently looking good. Now, once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, a number of events will occur in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition systems come up to flight pressure. The ship will go to internal power. After that, the quick disconnect, or QD, arm lockout is removed in preparation for retraction, which will happen shortly after T0. And yeah, once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, we do have the ability. We have the ability to recycle the count under certain conditions back to that T-minus 40 second mark and hold there to assess what happened and assess opportunity to proceed again to T0.
Yep, we've used that T-minus 40 hold a couple of times. Boat's usually one of the items, but we aren't tracking anything right now that would cause us to hold there. We can hold there for several minutes. Main thing you're watching at is you kind of set a clock because your temperatures will change and the fuel and the locks, everything pretty quickly. So you've got a couple of minutes that you can hang out and figure things out. There are items that if we pass them, we're scrubbed for the day. One of the main ones is that flame deflector at the bottom of the launch mount. Water begins flowing for that at the T-minus 10 second mark. If we scrub at any point after that, we'll be done for the day. And then teams will need to refill the deflector as well as all of our prop that we use
dat
to
alles
load
goed
on board
gaat
the
en dat hij
vehicle.
niet als vorige keer
Just under 11.
ja, dat hij explodeert. De vorige keer ging het niet helemaal volgens plan.
So,
which is incredible given the sheer volume of propellant that is on board the vehicle there on your screen.
All right, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Again, a lot of ambitious things on the plate for Starship today.
T-minus 2 minutes.
New ship, new year, a lot of upgrades, doing a lot of ambitious things in space this time. Our first payload deploy, relighting a Raptor engine. We're looking good.
Yes, also, while there's still time before the launch, a very important message for everyone watching the live stream. As you know, the year 2025 promises many exciting and ambitious missions, which we hope will begin with today's 8th Starship test flight. So, right after the mission, you will be treated to a special appearance by Elon Musk, who will give more details about SpaceX's updated plans, and he also promises a lot of groundbreaking news. Stay with us after the mission.
The main thing is that everything went well today, and none of the steps damaged the stage for the performance. So at this point, all the prop has been loaded on the vehicle. We've closed everything out. We're doing our final thrust vector control, our steering for the engine checkouts. Once we hit the 30-second mark, we'll hear the flight director give the final go for launch. So we're under a minute. As we said, we're not expecting a hold at T-minus 40, but do not be shocked if that happens. It has happened in the past, and we can hang out there for a couple of minutes if we need to.
If memory serves me right,
we hold my breath for 4 seconds.
Pass through prop load gate.
All right, we passed right through that prop load gate.
Hot diggity dog.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to let our flight director, Ty Huntington, take it away.
Go for launch.
Go for launch.
And 20 seconds.
Nice.
T-minus 10, 9, 8,
Ladies and gentlemen,
7,
Starship's 8th test run is officially underway.
Scan the QR code and unlock exclusive possibilities.
The team's talking in the background, still troubleshooting. And we can hang out here for a couple of minutes.
That's what I talked about earlier on the stream, the minus 40 seconds.
It sounds like we cleared the issue on the booster. We're now holding for a late braking issue with ship. So they're talking through that right now.
A little break.
Dan, you mentioned things that we've gotten really good at. It's incredible to think that we just stacked this vehicle earlier this morning, and we're already, through prop load. Prop load's pretty much complete and ready to go. It's a very slimmed down timeline.
Yeah, this by far will be our fastest. We stacked the thing for the first time ever with these vehicles less than 24 hours ago. We really want to get to a point where we can, fly rapidly, fly as quickly as possible, and so this is definitely a case to try and push that forward. No wet dress or anything like that.
Zal niet lang duren waarschijnlijk, hoop ik.
Absolutely. And should this booster come back for a successful landing, you were talking about the rapid part of rapid reusability. This booster may fly on a future Starship flight if we're able to catch it and bring it back online. So for those of you that have just recently joined us, we have paused at T-minus 40 seconds just to assess and work through a problem that popped up. The rapid part of rapid reusability. This booster may fly on a future Starship flight if we're able to catch it and bring it back online. So for those of you that have just recently joined us, we have paused at T-minus 40 seconds just to assess and work a great opportunity for the teams. This is unique on Starship. We don't have this ability on Falcon to hold here, partially because there's just so much propellant that it takes longer as a whole for it to cool down with that amount of volume that we have compared to the Falcon vehicle. But this T-minus 40-second hold is pretty cool because basically everything that would have been a scrub is actually just an opportunity to hold here and work through it. Or I should say many things, not everything. Like I said, we're working through an issue now, but we can also pause here for final checkouts or completion of pressurization to get up to flight levels, that kind of thing. So it's a nice feature to allow the team to wait for final checkouts or.
All right, I'm going to silence Kate Tice here for a second. I'm seeing that we have 60,000 people watching this right now. Everybody push the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is very, very important for us. If everybody would do this right now, we'd blast to 600,000 subscribers. So if you want to make us smile, do that now. Thank you. And we're still waiting for SpaceX. We'll see when they come back. Still holding at T-minus 40 seconds. Man. Still holding. Whatever they said sounded really positive, so I'm expecting this countdown to keep going soon. They had 2 issues, one with the booster, one with the ship, but the one with the booster is resolved, and the one with the ship, they said that they are just going to pass to the hold real quick. So let's see if we can do this.
Ja, laten we hopen dat het niet te lang gaat duren.
Can you launch Starship Flight 8? That is the question. Because tomorrow's weather looks bad. So it would be probably a 2-day delay. I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody.
What do you guys think? What does everybody think? Are they going to launch? Type a go if you think they're going to launch, and type a no if you think they're not going to launch. Go, 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 go. Oh boy. Oh, this hold is...
Sorry, if you're just tuning in, we are still holding at this T-minus 40-second gate. We cleared an issue on the booster that we were working up until the hold, still working one on ship, and team still continuing to discuss in the background. We can still hold here for several more minutes. If we're not able to resolve the issue or find a workaround, then we would have to essentially scrub and stand down for the day. If that does happen, we can go as early as tomorrow, but that clearly depends on what work we might need to do to fix any issues. So just obviously stay tuned. But right now, we're a little over 5 minutes into this hold today. We've got a couple more minutes that we can hold at T-minus 40 before we have to kick out. Essentially, looking at a lot of those propellant temperatures on both vehicles, you want those to stay in pretty specific ranges for engine startup and things like that. That's what generally drives how long we can hold at T-minus 40. So still hanging out. As soon as we hear an update on the ship, we will let you know.
All right. For everybody who has just, like, that's a thing, you know, me just saying that everybody should push the like button gave this stream 5,000 extra likes. So if you haven't done so yet, like the channel, like the stream, and subscribe to the channel. This helps us a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. I've seen the stream of goes
to sound
and
like
no
we
goes.
might have a decision real soon.
Come on. Come on. Yes!
All right, you see the clock rolling. It is time to go for launch.
We are go. 30 seconds, everybody. 30
seconds to go.
Okay, here we go.
And we just heard a hold.
Oh, no.
So we kicked. Psych. No. So we did kick out back to the T-minus 40 hold.
Why? This is not good for my mental health. Emotional damage. This is not good.
Why 41?
Oh. This is not good.
40 seconds.
All right, so as we started counting back down, we did trip a few more holds automatically from the booster itself. So
what's up, 15?
We are now going to hang out here again at T-minus 40. They've got a couple more troubleshooting steps that they can take. If we're able to get through that, we can start counting down again. If not, we could always offload and try again on either tomorrow or another day. But right now, we're not done for the day yet. Still holding at T-minus 40 seconds. And as soon as we hear some more, start seeing that clock move, you will know if we're going to go for our launch attempt today or if we just try it again another day. So keep listening in, and we'll have an update shortly.
Oh, come on.
A little break. A little break.
So you see a wonderful drone view there right now, and I'm mentally damaged. I'm really, really hoping that they can check those problems off the list and just... That doesn't look good.
All right, and we did just hear the call. We are going to offload for today, so we had a couple of holds trip as we started counting down from T-minus 40 again, and it's not something we can change with small config tweaks, so we are going to offload our prop and then try again another day. So we're able to fully tank the vehicle. We're unable to lift off today, but just because we don't go today doesn't mean we're not going to go tomorrow or one of the days coming up. So we are going to start offloading all of that propellant on the booster and the ship. As we talked a little bit earlier, we can go as soon as 24 hours later.
Jammer,
we won't know that
want ja, dit is eigenlijk nog niet eerder gebeurd, dus je zou zeggen dat het... Maar helaas. Helaas.
Will do.
So, we are expecting, could be about 24 hours, but we will definitely let people know.
Yeah. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Unfortunately, we would have liked to lift off today, but the teams are doing the right thing and standing down while we troubleshoot, and we'll share more information as it becomes available, including when our next launch opportunity is. So be sure to keep an eye on our SpaceX account on X, and as I said, we'll share more information as it becomes available.
All right. Thanks all for joining us today. We'll see you at the next attempt.
Thank you very much, SpaceX, for this incredible tense 40-second hold. This is our live view from the dunes. As you can see, the rocket is still frosty, but they are going to immediately start detanking it, which is, of course, not what we wanted to see. Viewers are already disappearing. Thank you so much for watching this with us.
Ja. Bedankt voor het kijken, ja. Helaas niet gelukt. Mooie zonsondergang daar in Texas. Voor het eerst dat het eigenlijk niet doorgaat. Een enkele keer is het al eens eerder uitgesteld, maar niet op 40 seconden voor liftoff. Dus ja, helaas. Waarschijnlijk deze week een andere keer. En ik denk dat ik dan ook gewoon weer live ga. Nou ja, bedankt allemaal voor het kijken. En ja, tot de volgende keer dan maar weer.
US 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. SC2, please prepare for section 35. OSC, SC1 and LBN.
Plus 30 seconds, Starship 10 has liftoff. It's headed to 10 kilometers.